Welcome, Sadbois. How are we doing? I wasn't ready for HBO MAX to release Titans Season 3. It feels like each season we leave off with the promise of something to come. Season 2 tend to kind of drop everything interesting in Season 1 and then completely alter the team dynamic when it came to the finale of Season 2. Raven has now left the Titans to take Donna's body to Themyscira to be amongst the Themyscirians, the Themysconians. The writers were just tired of giving her nothing to do, so they told her to fuck off. It's not like her and Donna are gonna have adventures. She's dead. Unless we're gonna bring her back, then what's the point of killing her? Robin has taken over the mantle of Nightwing, taking out Slade Wilson on his own. Robin, a big boy, doing what he can to keep the team together by leaving at the first sign of danger and going off on solo sabbatical missions. Garth is figuring out his problems. Hawk and Dove are doing whatever they do. Superboy is our most interesting character, and yet he barely got an episode in the second season. Is that Barbra fucking Gordon? Will Season 3 finally be the season where Titans comes together, where the concept of a gritty, realistic, live-action Teen Titans series is now fully realized? How did we make it to 3 seasons? Oh, Joe, we have a whole episode dedicated to everyone's favorite Hawk and Dove coming up. But first, episode 301, Barbra Gordo, everyone's favorite little wheelchair-bound genius. My standards for the show is so low that it really doesn't take a lot to impress me. I hope Jason Todd will be our driving force throughout the season.
Joker, dead to rights, man.
Oh, we got the Joker. Are we just going, hold on, always fucking does this. They want to establish their own canon and their own origin stories for these characters, but they also want to do the storylines from the comic books.
Stand down, Jason.
Bruce,
Stand down.
Bruce, listen to me.
With like a little hint of where this is in the timeline. A little confused. Is this after Season 2? Let me go. Okay, so this is after Season 2. Season 2 has happened.
I'm not afraid of anything.
Ever since I fell from a building and didn't die because a Superboy caught me, I'm not scared of anything. Because wherever I go, I know that Superboy's gonna be there. See, he's gonna go for it. That's the thing. You can't tell Jason what to do. Jason does not play by the rules. Yo, we're juicing? Are we juicing now? Haven't we only seen the Joker as like a dead body? Whatever Trigon was making Dick Grayson see? See, it's this type of shit that makes this entire show feel like a fan show. We don't really have the characters. We don't have Hollywood costumes, but we can do the laugh and we can show you the shoes. It's very similar to how they were hiding Bruce Wayne in the first season. We often question what storylines would we like to see from the comics? What would we like to see in live action? The death in a family is probably one of them that's been high on the list. Something Zack Snyder has hinted at himself. But when you do it so fucking lazily, when you just shove it in, much like how they just rush past Trigon, the most central fucking antagonist for the Teen Titans, besides Deathstroke, who, yes, they did a little tiny bit better, but it only goes so far. We don't even need to see the Joker. We don't really need to show the Joker. I don't need to tell you the Batman stuff. You know the Batman stuff. I would almost prefer if it was like a backstory, and then we got told it through Jason, or we got to see it develop organically, but we haven't really seen him as Robin because for 3 episodes he ran away with Rose. So no, it's a song choice. We're having fun now. This is a new era of the DC universe. We're not so dark and gritty. I'm glad we're utilizing the green tiger model once again though. Time to pull that out. Oh my god, she's in an outfit! They're being Titans. This is all I ever want.
We really appreciate what you and the Titans have done for the city.
Me, Lady Cop, I just want to let you know, Titans, you're doing a real good job. Titans, keep at it, guys.
The real angels are the men and women without powers.
So why are we watching a fucking show about this superpowered alien? Why aren't we watching a show about them then? If they're the real heroes. This is happening in the same time Jason is getting with a crowbar. Am I right about that? Love the editing. Cut.
Tim, I'm so sorry.
Guess we have Tim Drake now. Why is he 20 years old? I don't know. Maybe it's some other Tim. Maybe it's Tim the Toolman Taylor, here to fight crime with his hammers. Have I ever mentioned that the music choices for this show are absolute trash? Brucey. Oh, Brucey. Did you check the pinball room? As I'm assuming all rich people have. You can't hear when someone's home. Way to remind me of my fucking dead parents, Bruce. That really comforts me. Can't imagine what editing an episode of this show would be like, because it's such a weird assortment of scenes and things going on, and you have to fit all of it into 40 minutes for some reason.
Mortuary delivered a coffin last night. I had him buried in the family plot, next to Alfred.
How did Alfred die? It better not be your fault. He better not have gone after the Joker himself. And two, did you really like Jason Todd that much? Did you really get to know him all that much?
He had no family.
We're his family, Bruce. Even though we spent most of the time running away from him being kidnapped, him running away. Which one's Titan Power? Is it the one not shaped like a T? Because I wouldn't have fucking guessed that one.
I'm so angry.
At the Joker.
At Jason. He never learned. Dick was hoping he'd figure things out with Bruce, but he never did.
I don't mean to speak ill of the dead here, but that little and I'm glad he never learned a thing. I don't care if he was 15.
You're on an island somewhere trying to bring Donna back to life because that's a thing. So it's time to up my game.
I was right about the pinball machine, but Garth is trying to show off to a hypothetical Raven that he can do different animals, and that's why he's pushed to do new animals. You know, you could just have him be Beast Boy. You could just have him enjoy being an animal. Yo, we gonna see Gordy? Is there a Commissie Gordy here? Or is it Lady Gordon? Are we getting Lady
Barbra?
Gordon? Already in the wheelchair? What? She was on the police department in a wheelchair? Now you're just making shit up. It's like at playgrounds when they have those like 3-tiered animals. That's what this show is. And they just keep flipping it, and they're just like, I don't know, is that what the Titans look like? At least they took off the fucking blue filter. Like, it's just a tiny little incy bit less blue, and I appreciate that.
Jason's body was laid out on a slab. I would characterize him as subdued.
I don't think he's processing this very well.
You're saying the man that processed his parents' death, he trained for decades to become a nightmarish vigilante ninja that takes on the responsibility of tearing down Gotham's criminal organizations. You think that person has troubles dealing with loss and processing their emotions? But I'm glad that we get like some real Bruce stuff. Bruce is a real physical person. He isn't being tricked or hypnotized or imagined.
I don't know, Bruce. Calling it a war feels like trying to justify all the lives that have been lost.
Them speaking about them is more interesting than how the show would actually portray these events. Of course I want to see Mr. Freeze turning Commissioner Gordon into an ice cube. Do I trust this production team to pull that off in a way that would be satisfying? No. They want you to have knowledge of every big major comic booky thing that has ever happened to these characters on the off chance that they may want to incorporate it into the backstory at any point in this. Is this Jason Todd stuff or is it Dick Grayson's old stuff? I think we're supposed to take it that it was Dick's room, then it was Jason's room, but there's so many rooms in the fucking house. Why would Jason just pick Grayson's old room? You think maybe Bruce Wayne would be like, hey, stop. Whoa. Or are you saying that Jason Todd had a poster of the Flying Graysons in his room? If that is true, then that is really sweet. How did Bruce, the greatest detective, not know that Jason Todd was running away to a warehouse to cook resin?
And neither are you. You come here peddling your shit again, I'll throw you out the fucking window. You understand? Yeah.
That's my boy Wonder, threatening people with violence. The thing about the Flying Graysons is that you're the one doing the flying when he throws you out the window. I thought this episode was called Barbara Gordon, but it seems to be thrusted by Jason Todd. Carrie Kelly? Are these all alternative Robins? What'd you do with the kids, Bruce? What'd you do with the kids? He's just starting a child army. Bruce, you can't do that. Begging Dick to come back like a fucking idiot. Begging his old child soldier to come back to him. You can't keep showing me the San Franciscan skyline and telling me it's a teen tower when it's just a group of buildings and none of them stick out. The Titans Tower is a very specific and iconic T. Uppercase, bold, Arial black T. This is the second time we've depicted Bruce Wayne killing the Joker in this show. The first one was a fake out. It was like a worst case scenario for Dick.
Do what I couldn't. Be a better Batman.
Is he done? He's just giving up as Batman? He's finally like a character in the show. Go away. We're done with you, Bruce. There they are, the Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Our first episode of Season 3, Barbara Gordon, barely featured Barbara. She wasn't really a driving force in the episode. She was just there to cast doubt onto Dick Grayson and to be antagonistic towards Bruce Wayne, ultimately pushing Bruce to kill the Joker, to hit that point in the story that Dick was so scared of hitting in the season finale of season 1. It's just like the entire trajectory of the show. I thought we were going with Blackfire. I thought we were going to be dealing with the death of Donna. I thought maybe there was going to be fallout from Deathstroke. Bruce tells us about his final iconic moments with the Joker and him laughing to the end knowing he won. I just have to question, like, why are they rushing through this shit? What are they trying to get to? Because it feels like for the past 3 seasons, we've been laying the groundwork, building towards something, and it's like, what the is it? What are you trying to get out of the way so we could get to the good stuff? Or do you literally just have a checklist where you're like, we gotta have them fight Trigon, and they gotta fight Deathstroke, and, well, I guess death in the family was a big thing, and we have Jason Todd. Wouldn't it be cool if he was a Red Hood? Okay, let's make him the Red Hood. Season 3, Episode 2. Love this show. So glad it's back. That's what we're calling it, a Max original. HBO MAX. We have the properties like Titan. Please give us your subscription. Looks like the Red Hood, for however good the Red Hood design is, which usually the Red Hood is just a guy in military garb with a red helmet on. So as far as that goes, this is a pretty accurate depiction of that. Red Hood has never been my favorite costume. Like, the idea around the character has always been cooler than the look of him. I always find that once Jason Todd becomes the Red Hood, I stopped really caring as much.
No more bat signals. The nightmare's over. Any problems with cops or other...
Are we supposed to pretend like we don't know this is Jason Todd? I'm so confused at everything they've done with Hawk and Dove. Like, they're such characters doomed to this life of addiction, the responsibility of their powers and like their draw to one another, but they're also a joke and they're kind of lame, and there's at least a scene is taking place during the day. That's a nice change of pace.
Trying to reel you back home with Be a Better Me, son? You're not serious.
Call her out. Point to her. Push her down. Why is she so sorrowful over the Joker's death? The Batman has compromised his moral ethics to take out this terrorist. How dare he? How dare he be?
Married?
She's a widow. She has a 7-year-old daughter.
Where's she?
We're looking.
Why doesn't Barbara have an electric wheelchair?
Asking to talk to Nightwing.
She definitely has the technology.
Joker started out his career wearing one.
In the comic book, we don't know the Joker was the Red Hood. The audience knows that because we get to see the flashbacks. But in the story, the Red Hood is just a mask that criminals wear during various jobs, so no one could like connect who it was. How does a person snap?
Scarecrow.
What?
Told you wouldn't like it.
So much emotion for these characters that we have such strong ties to. No, not the goddamn Scarecrow, not that motherfucker. Sure really need that plot to kick in. She just like happens to get flashbacks when there's just nothing happening. Just walk through this room and then at some point we're just gonna throw a flashback at you. Whatever the main storyline's going on, the B storyline is just who's ever left at home. Who's ever at home gets to have like their own talking scene or deal with their own little conflict, with their own little thing going on, and we'll like learn a little something about them, but it won't really matter to the show as a whole. Whether or not you like the CW's incarnations of the comic book characters themselves, you can't deny that it's easy to consume. There's just such an easiness to the fight scenes, to the storyline, to the drama. It's very heightened, soap opera-like. It feels like when Titans has a big moment, it just washes right over you. Don't you also love how you don't get a real sense of these environments? How it's like a sign that says Arkham. Okay, fuck you. Now we're in the cells. It's just a budget thing. They just don't have the money to produce this show. But they keep adding shit to it. So, like, just don't make the scope of the series as big. Focus it more on the characters. Give us 1 or 2 set pieces. Just what Daredevil did.
It's the Bird's opening. It's one of the oldest known openings in chess.
Oh, you get a little Queen's Gambiting. What's up, chess heads? Everyone knows about the Bird opening, the Bird open. Everyone knows about the Bird open. Classic chess move.
Knight F3, G6. E3, knight.
Let's visualize that metaphor even more.
What the fuck? You just show up? No phone call?
That's how I feel every time Hank shows up. I'm just like, what the fuck, writers? What the fuck are we doing? You're just gonna have Hank show up in the show? What is a hawk without its dove? Maybe he should join the Birds of Prey. It might give him a newfound purpose. He hasn't made any friends at the gym doing all those bicep exercises. Are they just breaking into houses? He's just breaking into houses? This isn't your house. They look so dumb. I love how stupid the costumes are.
People in the bank.
Whoa, a little switcheroo. We got a little switchy. Oh no, it's a bloodbath. All our heroes are dead. Kill, 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 kill. Wait, why are the cops going in along with the SWAT team? What is this guy gonna do?
Be a better Batman, I believe were the instructions, Dick.
Whoever this is exactly what they want.
Which is?
Mistrust between us.
See, me fucking up is exactly what they wanted. You're playing right into their hands, sweetie. You are mad at me because of their plan right now. So really, you need to get over yourself and control your emotions a little more. No, don't say it. I'll see myself out. Who places their bananas upside down like this? Your bananas cradle on top. They face upwards. on top of your fruit. Who puts their bananas down in shame? Like, no. Ideally, Bruce would have a banana hook that held them upright and kept them at the optimum ripeness.
It's kind of like asking your adult son to move back home, sleep in your bed, wear your old slippers.
Or it's like asking your adult son to take over a company or a business. He's not asking him to be Bruce Wayne. Though Dick Grayson has done that in the comic books. Good storyline. I think it's just called Batman and Robin. Jim Lee did the art for it. And the art is the best part. Didn't they just get blown the fuck up?
Figuring out more of Bird's opening moves, it's how we beat it.
It's about time we turn this one all the way around. They were gonna set up anyway, so why didn't you just have her do the bird move? I don't f***ing know, Chess.
Units
It's
are
a
on their
bogus
way.
call. He's leading them into a trap.
Call Barbara.
I don't think she's taking my calls.
We have to stop those.
You can still try. Fuck her and her men. I thought we were gonna do more than the tiger.
Were you born an asshole? Or you just wake up one day and you're...
World's biggest douche. Bird.
Favorite characters. They're darlings of the show. They are the darlings of the Titan team. I love how they put the black bars to make you think this is like cinematic, but nothing on here is deserving of a cinema. Think about how embarrassing that would be to watch this in a movie theater. To have other people watching this with you. I mean, I'm just embarrassed having you guys watch this with me. You want your friends to be better. And so I judge Titans in hopes that they become better. Do some self-reflection. Oh my god, is it Jason Todd? Oh my god. I thought we were gonna, I don't know, maybe have a surprise. How interesting would that have been if it was Bruce Wayne himself? Now he has a taste for blood. Or maybe Batman has a reputation. He is a loyal defender of the peoples. And if he starts killing people, then who will children look up to? So he takes on the Red Hood. He takes on this persona. Oh, we have like 30 seconds left. Is that actor even tall enough to look like an adult? Episode 2, Red Hood, once again, failed to really tell us or show us anything about the titled character. I think we actually got more of Barbara Gordon in this episode. So what did we learn about the Red Hood here? If there was any suspense, it would have been for some sort of subversion. But since they're just doing the storyline, then of course they have to like reveal it as quick as possible, because then why else would they be like dicking us around for multiple episodes? The dynamic between Jason and Dick is the most interesting and was the best part of season 2. So maybe now that it's all in the open and the cards are on the table, then maybe we can get into that meat. And hopefully episode 3 continues on not really showing characters as named after, because Hank and Dove are like the worst. I don't need a previously on. I just watched you. Go away. Why do they put these episodes up on Thursday? It just seems weird. Like, it's not like they're beholden to a TV schedule. It's an app. Titan Tuesdays would have been better, but that's too good for this show. If they were gonna put up the first 3 episodes all at once, why are they showing us flashbacks to the last one? Is there any other way to watch these but not one after another? Streaming data has showed that a person usually gives any show about 3 episodes before they stop watching it, or at that point there's like a 90% chance that if they go past it, they will finish the entire series. Just enough to get into the show and get into the plot lines. Now you are anticipating the new episodes dropping.
Figure out the how and why later. Jason's out there and we need to stop him.
You know, you guys do what you want, but if it ends up him versus me, kid's going down.
Weren't you gonna like adopt him? No, he's just like, fuck it, let's kill the kid. Don't give a shit. I love it when my Titan's main moral stance is, f it, let's kill it.
I know I fucked up. Please, you gotta help me out.
Jason, you coordinated like multiple terror attacks.
Hey, man.
Hey.
Thought I lost you. You okay?
No.
Hank's being real friendly with Jason, real kitty with someone he was gonna kill, or someone he was very determined to kill like an hour ago.
There better be a chalupa at the end of this.
Why are they trying to make this like a funny adventure? Hank was angry.
Take off your shirt and pants to prove you're not wired.
Now take a dip. Dip in that water. That fucking sludge water.
Happy now?
Now swim to the other end.
He is gonna make him swim.
Good to see you, Hank.
Oh, you found the old hit button. You know, the spot on everyone's head where you just, you bump it with your gun and then they go to sleep. See? He's doing fine. A little bump on the head and, oh no.
Bomb's designed to tolerate insertion, not retraction. They have sensors. If those sensors detect too much force, it'll explode.
This bomb with hooks in it that you spike into someone's heart and then the hooks release. Those hooks have sensors in them, so you can't pull the bomb out of the heart or else you'll set it off. I don't know why Jason is going through such extremes to get back at the team that he didn't want to be a part of. If this is a whole like you let me die thing, it won't read true because he was very insistent on doing this alone. Unless he's angry they enabled him at all, or are they just gonna chalk this whole thing up to just like drugs? Some sort of chemical enhancer compound that he had created to give him strength or invulnerability or confidence, whatever he needed, and that somehow fucked up his brain, which he personifies with the red hood. And when he's outside of it, he's a scared boy, or was that just an act and he's just being a dick? Did the Joker just pound his head so hard that he doesn't make any logical character reason? Isn't Rose still somewhere? Can she pull him out of this? I thought they had a connection.
The average resting heart rate is 80 beats per minute.
Mine's a little closer to 72.
Get him on a beta blocker drip. It'll slow down his heart rate and buy us some more time.
Give me those beta blockers so my alphas can be released. I want to block every little bit of beta in me. They finally got to use this whole castle, and then they were like, fuck it, can we just shoot the entire season here? Everything can take place at the house, because like the apartment's getting boring. They've seen the kitchen, they've seen the bedroom, we've seen the workout room from several different angles.
8th of lemon lyric, high grade sativa, back crossed with blue dream F1. It's good shit.
The Scarecrow just likes getting high. That's part of his character. Interesting. I don't remember that in the comic books, but haven't really seen many like asylums that allow you to just hit a fucking water pipe in it, but Arkham's a lot more accommodating than I had previously thought.
I wanted the Titans out of Gotham, but instead I get one rising from the dead. My lucky day.
You would think Barbara would be like a little more happy that Jason's not dead. I don't know this Barbara. This is not my Barbara.
I'm not asking.
Where's Babs? I feel like every single one of their conversations are the exact same. We get the same close-up shots. We get the same sad, fucking pouty faces. Now that he's gonna die, she cares about him once more. As soon as they get that bomb out, they're gonna remember he's a fucking douche. So it's like, she's too good for him. Yeah, don't get that heart pumping too fast. Literally taking seconds off his life to need your pleasures, you. But what if we do kill Hank? Would anyone care?
Original DX.
Can we get some light on our actors?
Because that's exactly what Jason wants. It's a game to make us look like criminals to turn Gotham against us.
But why do you care if Gotham is against you? This isn't your city. Why would Jason think that ruining their reputation in this town that they just got to and haven't really done anything in, why would the city care? Do they know these heroes? Do people have their favorite ones? Since the show has started, I don't think we see any civilian characters. It's the same issue that I have with a lot of the Marvel films, where it feels like they exist within their own interactions. Like you're either part of the destruction or you're just not there. And it's all from the perspective of these heroes. And that tends to make Marvel feel very detached. Like these grand world-changing things are always happening, but they're always happening isolated. It takes until Endgame for you to get that one scene where they're all in the circle and they're talking to Steve.
Why did we even come here?
Oh, I just came back.
Why are we even here? Why are we 3 episodes in and the characters are wondering, why are we even here? It's so funny because usually in these shows, like each character has their own thing going on. Like Garth and Raven would have their own plot line or their own like relationship thing they're going on. And then the A plot would be whatever villain they're fighting. But here is literally like whatever characters are not needed for the scene are just left to hang out at the house. And we'll just figure out something to happen to them at the house. Maybe a fight scene, maybe they'll talk about something. Ideally, if they wanted to bring him to his slowest heart rate possible, wouldn't they put him in like a medically induced coma or like some sort of tranquilizer that will slow his heart rate?
Be damned if I'm the reason the Titans go down.
The Titans aren't going down.
Is him carrying this team up like a goal? Has this team been found to be unstoppable? Like, I know you guys have worked too hard to get to this level of being a team. You have no risk of breaking up because you know Jason is doing this. You're all very aware that Jason is orchestrating all of this. Killing you is really the only way.
It's not Jason anymore.
Your vigilante name is separate from like your real name. You still can be Jason and then be the Red Hood. If she called you Robin, that would make more sense. Why is Dawn so hungry to kill him?
You can't come back.
Because of Hank? She's like, fuck, I gotta kill this kid now because of Hank?
He's almost got it.
And that's why it's threatening the family being torn apart because of this fake bullshit conflict?
Hank, hold on.
Brilliant. Love it.
I wanna go home.
Go.
He's got it.
Yes! Blow him up! No more Hank! You got me, Jason. You fucking got me, dude. Ba 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 ba. No outro music. This is a serious episode. Wow, that was a tough one. That was the conclusion of our Hank and Dove storyline. The moment that Connor got it, he was not fast enough. He was not smart enough. He was not the super boy that he thought he could be. 3 episodes into season 3 and we have completely ignored Blackfire. Getting a little hints with Starfire, but I don't know if it's related to Blackfire. I guess there's not more questions on Barbra. I guess Barbra doesn't quite have that like scientific curiosity that is like her sole character, but here she is. She's in a wheelchair, so at least they got that comic book accurate. No word from Donna or Raven in Themyscira. We had a mention that she was trying to bring her back alive. That's probably for the best. Don't bring Raven back. Donna's fine. I can give or take. Donna, I like the outfit. The main thrust of this season will be Jason Todd as the Red Hood. He got beaten down. At some point, he went back to Wayne's Manor, and while Bruce Wayne was away, he decided to take on the Joker, at which at that point, the Joker beat him dead with a crowbar, to which someone took his body out of the morgue and somehow imbued him with life, making him don the persona of the Red Hood, making some sort of yellow inhaler type drug, which has literally not come into play. Maybe this was a path he was always going down and he just used the Joker killing him as like an excuse. But then why is he seeking his revenge? They're doing the whole like, I'm trying to flip this around on you, Bruce. But then Bruce f***ed off somewhere between episode 1 and 2. So I guess this isn't the personal Bruce and Jason tell that it should be. It's for some reason between Jason and Dick, and they're probably gonna have it be like, I could never live up to you, I could never be the Robin that you were. But we sorted all that out in season 2, and I thought we got over those insecurities, but I guess he's still on it. Most of our characters are passive. They don't really have a stake in the story, except for Jason was one of us. Yet I don't really remember Jason being one of them. They keep just telling you what it is without doing the legwork to build up the connection that was built in the comic books. It's like they want to be Arrow. They want the lore. They want the expanded universe that Arrow brought, but that was 22 episodes a season, introducing the Flash in season 2, and then working up over the course of 8 seasons into the grand sprawling universe that is the CW. Titans is just trying to shove all that shit in there at once. There are a lot of things going for these episodes in the sense that it looks better. They're not using that blue filter as much. They are trying to make more direct storyline choices. It still feels like a show that they cut the fuck out of, but feels a little more grounded in the sense that Jason is the focus. It's like, I don't really care what Titans does. I just want them to pick a direction, because they seem to just abandon everything they try to do, that I don't even remember what these characters have been through. All that being said, I'm gonna watch every episode. And in that sense, I think we can all learn something. Thank you for watching. I'm Grayson Todd. Stay posy, stay swazzy, watch some good shit, maybe watch Titans, and I'll see you next time. Please subscribe and stuff and like. Okay, thank you, bye.